Greetings and salutations. I'm Timian, and welcome to Planet Crafter. Today's episode in the How To series, we're going to talk about the Autocrafter and the production area. Now, when I first started thinking the idea of explaining how the Autocrafter works, I found out there's a lot involved to explain everything about the Autocrafter. So I thought it would be more beneficial to do a production area, which is basically what the Autocrafter is best at, is mass producing almost everything that is made in the game. So here in front of me is the Autocrafter itself. I just have one little small building with the Autocrafter put inside here, and so the Autocrafter, that's pretty much right here. You click on this screen and you get your inventory and little area of down here where what the Autocrafter makes. Now, the Autocrafter makes, like I said, just about everything in game. Almost everything in game that you can make. It could make oxygen capsules, water, fabric, super alloy, uranium rod, iridium rod, super alloy rod, osmium rod, rocket engine, bacteria sample, bioplastic nugget, fusion energy cell, fertilizer tier 2, explosive powder, mutagen 2, pulsar quartz, and high quality food. So it can make a lot. It cannot make gear or the chips or anything like that, like the crafter can in the advanced crafting table. But the advanced crafting table can make some of these things. Down here below, you see there's little spaces. That is what's all in range of the Autocrafter. So what the Autocrafter does is it can grab materials within an area. So you see there's a little bit of a circle, green circles all around. Now that goes out quite a ways. Now what I'm going to do here quickly to show you is I'm going to delete that, and I'm just going to delete my building here that I created for this situation, and I'm going to put down the Autocrafter right here. Now if you go close to it, you can see there's the green circles. Now that's everywhere around that the Autocrafter can draw materials from. So they can be inside many different things. It can be inside as you see right there, the cabinet, or other Autocrafters, or from the ground, or from anything else that's in the area. So I'm just going to delete that. What I did is I have made myself, all right, here, we'll go inside this building. We have a production area right here, a production area. This is an area that we're going to have all these Autocrafters making things. Now, I've taken the liberty of creating a living compartment with all the things that are necessary here, just for storage purposes. I have already created a teleporter, which is a good thing to have, because production areas would work best out nowhere, because you need a big flat area to make a production area. I've also created a whole bunch of these grids, and I planned out exactly how I want to make my production area. This is by no means the only way you can do it. This is just a small, compact way of pretty much making everything in this setup, and we'll show you a little later. So you can make it on land here, and you can come over here, which we saw earlier, put it over top of water to draw some materials from the water and craft some things there. All right, so to get started, we go inside here. Like I said, I've already set this up. I've already gathered all the materials that are necessary to craft everything. I also have power, so we need some power, these fusion generators. So to create everything that I am going to create here, you're going to need 8,602 kilowatts are needed, which basically means You need 6 of these. So in order to make the production area like similar to what I'm going to make, you got to make sure you have the power for it. And what I had done is I made the little compartment upstairs, and I have got 5 of these fusion generators down here, and I got 1 down here. Okay, now all along the wall here I have put down everything that we need to make. I got here a food grower. I always like to have a food grower inside all my living compartments at someplace, so I can replenish my food that seems to be dwindling down at the bottom left-hand corner. You see, as well as the water. All right, speaking of water, I'm going to go in here and grab myself a quick little drink and replenish that quickly. All right, so some of the things that we're going to need. So I'm going to be building 17 tier 3 ore extractors. The tier 3 ore extractors are the ones that are right here. And those are the ones that you can specify what ore is extracted from the ground. So we're going to need those materials. So we need lots of those materials, which I already have. The tier 2s and the tier 1s I'm not going to do, because I want to have each ore extractor extract a specific ore. Now I'm going to need a total of 15 autocrafters, because we're going to be making at least 15 different things. So 15 autocrafters. We're going to need a shredder. A shredder, I always like to have a shredder to destroy things. A silk generator, because that's one of the things we're going to make is silk as well as fabric. So we need a silk generator. Gas extractor, because we're going to need some methane and oxygen. So we're going to make that too. Outside lamps. I have about 4 of those outside lamps because, you know, it gets dark sometimes in these areas. As well as I'm going to need 4 farms. I already got the teleporter. And I already got the fusion generators, and that's how much power I need. 2 beehives. Algae generator tier 2, 2 of them. Algae generator tier 1, which is 4 of them. And a lake water collector. So those are all the things that we're going to have. First of all, here we have the shredder. I'm going to construct. There's the shredding machine right here, the shredder. I'm going to build my shredder. Let's put it right underneath the sign. It says shredder. That sounds like a good idea. Put the shredder. So then what we do is we put anything we want to shred, we could put inside here. That will delete something instantly. You never get it back. Now, I'm also going to build is a silk generator while we're here and waiting. Oh, I'm going to need an oxygen. Don't I have an oxygen? The timer just goes. Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, I'm going to need an oxygen. Let me go back inside here. Instead of running around doing everything, I'm just going to put it on pause here. And then what we'll do is I'll be coming back with the oxygen, and then I can show you how to do the oxygen. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Time to build our silk generator. So we're going to put the silk generator right here, right underneath this. The silk generator sign. And this creates silk here for us. Alright, so we'll just let that sit there and start creating, and we have our shredder. And so these are the things. We're going to have 1 autocrafter. Now I'm going to build an autocrafter inside here. Just 1 autocrafter. I'm just going to put it right here underneath the autocrafter sign. Put it right there. Now what I'm going to also do is I put a sign on all of these things here. So you put the sign up on top here, just like so. And the sign is going to say fabric. So this is going to make fabric for us. So what I'm going to do is right here and click on fabric. There we go. So this is going to make fabric. The silk generator will generate silk. And this, as you can see, has the list of everything that's around there. One of them is the silk generator. So it will grab the silk generator and make fabric. It takes 2 silk to make 1 fabric. So that'll just automatically start building things as the materials are made or are generated, not made. Okay, so that is the fabric. That's the first one. All right, so now we're going to go outside. Like I said, and it's getting dark. It figures. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have laid out how I want this all done. So what we're going to start doing first of all is I'm going to start building, just as soon as I find it, my tier 3 ore extractors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up right here to, I'm going to put 4 of them here. So 1 here, so push control left click, and then do another one, push control left click, go over to the other side. Now what I have to do is I have to spin this around, and sometimes you got to finagle it a little bit. There we go. Click on here, and then again you have to spin it around, and then click. So I'm going to have 4 tier 2 generators sitting right here. So it's so dark. But what I'll quickly do is and then I'm going to add on my signs. One sign here. One sign here. It's hard to see in the dark. The reason it does that is because when I click on that I want the sign there, it also clicks on the extractor as well. So that's why it does that. So I just got to clear it. Alright, good. Okay, excellent. So those are my 4 extractors that I want to put down for in this little area right here. So what I want done is these 4 extractors are going to help make my pulsar quartz. So to make pulsar quartz, I need uranium, zeolite, iridium, and osmium. So I'm going to make this iridium. I'm going to make this osmium. First, let me see. I'm going to change the sign. Iridium, and this is making osmium, and also I need zeolite. This I'm going to be making zeolite, so I can do this, make this zeolite, and the last one is uranium. I don't have uranium. No uranium. And this would be making uranium. There we go. So with these 2 3s on this side, shows what's happening, what's being made. But I'm going to have this in the middle, and these are facing outwards on both sides, so I can have a little work area in the middle here. So then what I do, so this making the pulsar, and also to make the pulsar I'm going to need a gas extractor. So I'm going to go here, there's a gas extractor, and have the materials, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place the gas extractor right here in the corner, kind of like so. Alright, and then I'm going to put down an auto crafter. Put the auto crafting kind of nice and centered. So I have that little arrow there, and right up against the edge, and pop it down here. There we go. Again, I put my sign up on top here, like so. And this is going to make pulsar. As you can see, the pulsar needs osmium, zeolite, iridium, uranium, and methane. So I just click on that, and it's going to make pulsar for me. So the methane's coming from here, the iridium's coming from there, uranium's coming from there, osmium's coming from there, the zeolite's coming from there. And as you can see, this is all within the circle. So these are within the circle. It's all going to draw all the materials from these extractors, all these extractors, and it's going to make my Autocraft my pulsar quartz. Okay, so that is all set up to work. And it's going to take a while as these things get mined, and then they get picked, and then this picks it and then creates it. So now what I'm going to do is down here is I'm going to start putting in a few more of these ore extractors. So I'm just going to plop down a bunch of ore extractors here. So I'm going to slowly do that. So left control click, go along, left control click, move along, and line this up. Sometimes it doesn't want to do so. I got to finagle it a little bit. Come on, you can hook up. It's not doing it. Okay, I'm gonna get closer here. There we go. Click on that. What I'm gonna do, grab some food, grab some water, and continue on. Alright, so I'm gonna put another one down here. Forward a little bit. Left control click. And then I'm gonna put one more here. Left control click. Alright, so now I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna skip this part here. And I'm just going to go to this one here. Now, this side I have to twist it around. Left click. And again, I have to twist it around every time. Kind of annoying. I wish I didn't have to do that, but I do. Two that way. And there we go. It does take a finding that sweet spot to put it in here. There we go. Here we go again. There we go. And this should be the last one. Alright, so there's all of those. Now what I'm going to do with all of these things is I'm going to put in all of my signs along here. One there. There. Unfortunately, there's no quick way of doing this. It's just going through all these motions of doing this. But the end result will be amazing. Because you have everything all set up and everything's labeled, you know where everything is. But the initially takes a while. Alright, so I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put a sign in here, like that. A sign here, escape, shuffle over, Q. There, escape, shuffle over, Q, look, escape, shuffle over, should be the last one, Q, put the sign, there we go. So these are all going to be our tier 2s, all sorts of, many of them. Okay, so this, as I mentioned before, is making our pulsar quartz. And if I click on here, ooh, look at that, we've already made 2 pulsar quartz. And that's good. So it's automatically been done. We don't have to do anything else. These are mining. This is extracting from the air. And as all the materials are made, or are collected, it's made. Alright, so our next set is, what we're going to do is, right now, is we put in sulfur and iridium. So I'm going to put iridium here. I'm going to make this another iridium. I know I already have an iridium, but bear with me. Iridium. And this is making iridium. And this is going to be sulfur. This is going to be making sulfur, extracting sulfur. Okay. Now I know I already have here iridium, but this is part of my making of pulsar quartz. Iridium and sulfur, these here are going to make my explosive powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, just before we put all those up, actually, no, I'm going to put that up later. So I'm going to have iridium and sulfur put here. This one, I am going to extract iron. I'm going to put iron. This is going to make titanium. This is going to make titanium. This is going to make cobalt. And cobalt. Run all the way back over here. This one here. This one, I'm going to make silicon. And we're going to make silicon here. This is going to make magnesium. Magnesium. And this is going to make aluminum. Aluminum. This one's going to make aluminum. Alright, excellent. So, this one we're going to come over here. And I'm going to have this one. This one's going to make osmium. Again, I know I have osmium over there, but I'm going to do it again. Here, this is going to make uranium. And this one is going to make iridium. Again, iridium. Why? I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so now we have all our ore extractors extracting ore. Alright, so these first two, sulfur and iridium, are going to be making explosive powder. I forgot what I was going to say there for a second. Now we're going to do is going to have our autocrafters here in the middle. So I'm going to put one here, the way I have it, just for my layout, and build that right there in the center, right in the center of those grids. This one I'm going to put right next to it, right here, and I'm going to have another one that's going to go right next door to it. Right here, and line it up. Brilliant. So we're going to have three of them side by side by side. Again, I'm going to put on my little signs up on top, and this is for me. It labels what I'm going to do. Now, I originally put these signs on here, so when they're blank, I'll know what it's for. Because when I initially built this, I had them all laid out just to see how the best way to lay it all out. But sometimes I forget, well, what's this making? What's that making? So, and plus I wanted to check the area that these things collect. So this one is going to make explosive powder. So explosive powder. This is here, 2 sulfur, 2 iridium. There we go, like that. So this is grabbing the iridium from here and the sulfur from here, because the area, as you can see, if I put on this area, the circles don't reach that iridium over there. So I want that iridium over there exclusively servicing making this, so I don't pull resources from the same location. Same thing with this. This is exclusively making from sulfur from here, and iridium from here. So as you heard, this one, click, and it made one because we already have the materials. This one here, I'm going to have it making, oops, I didn't want to do it that way. Space. This is going to make super alloy. Okay, so we go in here, just go to super alloy, which is right here. As you can tell, there's a one cobalt, one iron, one magnesium, one silicon, one titanium, one aluminum. And I'll plop that down there. So it's going to take right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to take from these 6: iron, titanium, cobalt, silicon, magnesium, and aluminum. And as you see, it pops up as these materials are extracted. It will reach out and grab them and make them. And as you see, we've already made 3. Now, what I'm going to do is with this one right here, I'm going to make super alloy rods. Okay. So then we do is we go down here, and there's a super alloy rod, which we're going to need some of these. So with this one, you have aluminum here, so that is actually being pulled twice, because it's also used to make the super alloy. There's also additional one for super alloy rods. But this one's going to pull the super alloy from here and make the super alloy rod, and it takes 6, 7, 8 of those to make. So it won't make anything until there's enough materials. So right now we only have 4, so we're going to wait for 4 more of these to be made before that can be made. Alright, so now we're going to go down here. Now I have my last one: uranium, iridium, and osmium. We got these ones. Oh. More water. Water, food. Good. Okay, so we got uranium, iridium, osmium. These 3, osmium, iridium, uranium. I need rods for those. So I'm going to pull these out to make rods. So again, I'm going to make this. And I'm going to just put it into the center. Make it all nice. 1 there. So we need 3 of these. 1. 2. And 3. There we go. Again, I'm going to put my signs up here. There's 1 sign here. 1 sign here. Skip. And 2 sign and 1 sign here. Alright, so this one is going to make uranium. This one is going to make iridium. This one's going to make osmium. So this is going to make osmium rods. And this is iridium rods. And uranium rods. And I'm going to change these. We're supposed to say rods. 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 There we go. So those as we need 9 osmium, 9 iridium, 9 uranium, make rods. And as you see, the circles are within the areas, and they're not going to pull from any place else. So these ones are dedicated to making those. So that's all of these right here. Now what I also tend to do is, because sometimes in the dark it gets dark in here, I would pop in some lights. You see the lights? I make it sure they're facing the right way. I pop here, and maybe I'd go all the way down to the very far end, And I'll pop another one here. I can just control twist this around. And it lights up. See how it's getting dark a little bit now? And maybe I put one here. On this side. Pop it down here. Yeah, okay, that looks really nice. And then put the last one right here. Twist it around. There we go. Alright, so there we have auto set up a production area. Making it look all very nice and beautiful. Nice production area all created right here. That's looking so good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop these in here. Like so. Alright. And I'm just going to put these in here for now. We'll get a few extra. So as you can see here, because this was creating, so let's see if we got any. Oh, we got 3 fabric made. So this is so good. So now we can go around collecting all these things as we need. Gonna grab some food. All right, so this little rainstorm. I love the rainstorm when it's raining like this. I don't know why. I just like the rain. It just seems so beautiful when it's raining. So this is all our production of the minerals. So we just sit here and leave it, and as we need these materials, oh look, I'm going to need some explosive powder. Oh look, I got some explosive powder, and I can just click and it's being made because they're all being drawn up and being... Okay, when this gets filled up, it won't create anymore, but as you take things, it will start to create. In the meantime, these things kind of stay a little bit empty, but when it stops creating here, these things will fill up. So in the meantime, it's just a whole automation process that has all been made up here. Okay, good. So that is that. And now that it's dark out, you can see why I put the lights in, because now we can see some things that are all here, which is kind of good. One of the things about the shredder is here we got the methane. You see it makes oxygen. I like to keep at least one oxygen. Oxygen is made very sparsely, so I just keep one, and then these would fill up with methane as needed. So what I do is I take the oxygen out, and I usually just store it in here, like so. I'm going to grab that water and that food there. Okay. All right. So, let's stop reading. So there's our production going over there. Now we can do the same thing over here with production with some stuff from the water. So I have all the materials inside here, and this makes a whole bunch of things down. So I'm just going to jump down. All right, so now what we need is we're going to put some things underneath here. Now I put these up high, so then our manufacturing stuff would be up on top, and it can still reach down. So when I have algae and water being produced here, it'll make. But first, let me just double check to see if I did. No, I didn't. Okay. But first, let me just. Oops. I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna grab my iron, because I'm going to need some temporary things for iron that's going to be made, so I can move out here and place some things nicely. Okay, so this one here is the center, so I'm just going to, for now, plop one thing right there. That didn't line up. I didn't line up. Okay, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to I think it lined up there. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be deleting them anyway. So I'm just going to put 2 here. I could take a little drink while I'm at it. Okay, so this just allows me to stand and not sink so I can build. So I'm right underneath the center. So this here is the centerpiece. So the centerpiece is the one right in front of me. So first thing I'm going to build in here is the lake water collector. Now the lake water collector I want to put right in the middle. Just delete it. I'm going to move it out a little bit more. That's right about like so. Yeah. So we have the lake water collector. Just kind of sitting there, and it's going to slowly start collecting water from the lake. Now what I'm going to do is I want to put these small algae generators. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it out a little bit, because as you can see it's interfering with the water collector. But I'm just going to put one here, kind of, there we go, just a small one, and I'm going to put another small one just like on the other corner like that, because what I want to do is produce as much algae as possible in this area. So I'm going to put one more here, and then another small one right here. All right, so that's good. That's good enough. That's good. All right. So, but what I'm going to do is I have a big one, and I'm just going to put the big one not quite over there, it's like that, right about here, and another big one on the other side, right about here. So, all right, good, excellent. So what I'm going to do is this group foundation, delete this, and delete this foundation. So what these are going to do is create algae and water for me in the water. Then it'll slowly start to do that. Okay, so that's everything that has to go on down underneath there. That is for tier 1 algae generators, for 2 tier 2 algae generators, and a water collector. Now what I also want to do is I'm going to need another ore extractor here. Now this has to spin around. Now this can go right here, but again you got a little finagle it a little bit gently until it fits. It will go in there. I just got to find the sweet spot. You gotta go down a little. Oh, come on. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. I put it in there before. Honest. It did fit. Just got to find the sweet spot. Oh, come on. It's going to turn green without moving. Oh, almost had it. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put one here. Oh, come on. I know it does fit. I've put it in here before. Take it back further. Okay, I'm going to put one here. Getting really irritating here. I know it can fit. Why won't you fit? I might have to edit this part out. Oh my goodness. Okay, how about what if I finagle it this with this here? If I put one there. See? That's not helping. I'm going to put it here for now. I don't know why it's not working. Got that one in there. It's supposed to just fit right in here nicely, but for some reason it's not wanting to go in. I'm going to put it there for now. That is so irritating. Alright, so this one I'm going to make silicone. And this one I am going to make sulfur. Because we need those for when we're making some our items from before. That's going to be needed up top here. Alright, so wasted too much time on that. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to go right here. I'm going to build myself a farm. Line that up nicely. There'll be a farm right there. And I'm going to put a second farm right here. Line it up quite nicely here. And so, okay, so we come over here, and then this farm, I'm going to put the eggplant. And in this farm, I am going to put the squash. Okay, so because we're going to need those to make some of our materials. Now what I'm going to do is right here in the middle, I'm going to put myself an auto crafter. Again, right there in the middle. So I'm going to put this here, auto crafter, and put it right there. Put a sign up on top of here, like so. And this is going to make bacteria. You're going to make bacteria for me. Alright, we already got our first bacteria being made. So, again, it goes down below, it pulls the water from down below, and the algae that's going to be made here. Alright, so we're also going to need a methane cartridge, or methane collector as well. So I am going to put a gas extractor, and I'm just going to stick it right over here in the corner. Kind of all nice, like right here. Good place as any. Yep. So this is going to pull methane and oxygen. And all along here, I'm going to set up 4 different octocrafters here. Alright, so I'm going to put, let's see, line this up in the right corner, make it kind of look pretty. Here we go. Line it up nicely. There we go. So there's one. And we'll make another one here. And instead of doing this, why don't I just control? There we go. And the last one right here. Alright, so there's 4. Again, I'm going to have to put in my little signs up on top to tell me what these things are making. I know what you're thinking. You are thinking, Timian. This has on the bottom tells you what you're making. But I also like to see the words. It kind of makes it look nice. It's all strictly for show. Okay, so this one I'm going to put fertilizer. This one I'm going to go fertilizer tier 2. This one I'm going to go mutagen. And this one is going to be mutagen tier 2. Ah! Spelled mutagen. Mutagen tier 2. So I come down here, mutagen tier 2. This one is going to be mutagen. This one is going to be fertilizer tier 2. I made a mutagen already? Oh, okay. And this one is going to be fertilizer tier 1. Alright, so we're going to run back down here. I'm going to grab some water. As you can see, all this is growing algae. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over here because there's one thing I forgot. I forgot to put my beehive. So I'm going to put the beehive just underneath here. And this is going to create the honey. And the honey that I need. Right, the honey that I need to make the mutagen tier 2, I believe. There we go. And common larva. Now, this I have to pick up. I can't just go run around placing all these things underneath here. Or can't assume that they're going to be popping up, so I'm going to have to collect them. So what you do is keep this container, and it'll be common larva. We'll go inside there to make that. But you have to actually collect. So now we have all this auto-crafting. Now this will compete. This requires algae. So the bacteria and the fertilizer will be competing with the algae. But then this is all generated. It'll slowly start making it as you build. Alright, so this is everything that we had. Let me just check my list. So, tier 3 ore extractors, autocrafter, shredder, silk generator, gas extractor. Actually, get that times 2. So, gas extractor times 2. There we go. Outside lamps. Oh, there is one outside lamp I'm going to put over here. I put another one out here like so. I do believe I have enough materials for it. I do. So I'll spin this all the way around. Alright, excellent. So that is my outside lamps. And I'm just going to change this. Now we actually need 5 of those. Food grower. Okay, so we got a lake water collector, algae generator, tier 1 times 4, algae generator, tier 2 times 4. A beehive. I said 2 beehives. Oh yeah, make the food. Right, and then we got these things over here. 4 farms. All right, so let's see, what do we have left here in the supplies? Oh, we got lots of things in here. All right, and oh, food. I'm gonna take this last squash to eat. All right, so there we go. Actually, there's one thing I got to make the mushrooms. I forgot to put 1 farm over here. Alright, so I'll put a farm here. And click on that and place our mushrooms. Because we need to make the mushrooms. To make the bio nuggets things. We need the mushrooms. So we need actually, where is it? 1 more. There it is. And I'm going to put that one right here. Right here. And oh, missing 1 more for the sign here. But this is going to make bioplastic nuggets. So this requires mushrooms, 2 mushrooms, a silicone, and a water bottle. So this will make our bioplastic right here, which would make it quite nice. And I'm going to put another sign there up later. So that's everything there that we have to auto crafting. Now there's one other thing we can do is we can make, and I think I have enough materials to make 1 more of those. Nope, not 1 more. But what I can do is I can go over to my other one, and we can show you what I have already completed, my production platform. And we would come over here. So here I've already created and did this one originally, is our production platform. I got my shredder, I got my fabric, and as you can see, the fabric is full. And then we got our silk generator, and it is full. So I got come in here. So I got right here these 2 things here, iridium and sulfur. And that's right here making my explosive powder. Got my super alloy rods and my super alloy going all right around. But I also have here, that I kind of created it, I don't really use it very much, but oxygen, because you can make oxygen. Oxygen requires 2 cobalt. I draw from the cobalt right here. This makes water. You can make water too if you wanted to. And you get that from ice. Well, all of the ice is melted here. All completely melted. So there's very little places. You can get it in the zeolite cave, you can get some ice. But this can also make water. And then I come down here, and this one is making my pulsar quartz. And as you can see, the pulsar quartz is full. And it's pulling from all of these things here, along with my methane gas, and it's full, you see. I pull out all the oxygen here, like so. And it's got my power generators outside. This, over here in this corner, is making my iridium rods, osmium rods, and uranium rods. And actually right here I have my high quality food being made. As you can see, this is all full. So I got a bean farm here, and down here is my beehive making the honey. Now down here I got something special going on here. Is one of the options to make things is the rocket engine. So you got the rocket engine, which requires a iridium rod, 2 uraniums, and a super alloy. So I got here, this is extracting iridium, or uranium I should say, right here. This is extracting iridium. It's still done. As you can see, I haven't quite finished it all off yet. And this is making the uranium rods all combined, and then this over here. Now what you can do is we have production of making osmium or super alloys, but you can also do a tier 2 tier 3 ore extractor to make super alloy. You can pull it right from the ground directly, which I did that here just to show the difference between it. All these combined make my rocket engines, so when I send up rockets up to space. And I've just got a cabinet here for empty things, just in case I need to make some things. Alright, so that's everything here. So this is absolutely everything. Oh, I'm going to show you over here another one I have. It's way over here. And I have these things. Okay, so this is my, as you can see, making my sulfur. And this is making the sulfur, that's making my silicon. And then I come up here, right before. This has my mushroom, eggplant farm, squash farm. This is pulling bacteria, which is down below. But I also put out a atmospheric water collector here to collect water as well. And then I have my fertilizer 2, fertilizer 1, my gas extractor, which I'm just going to pull the oxygen out here. And then mutagen and mutagen. Okay. And that's everything. The other thing, one thing I notice here I don't have is I don't have my bioplastic being made here. Oh, I'm going to have to rectify that. Can I make a... Nope, I can't. I'll make another one later. So that is all of my production. So this shows all the production that can be made. Again, each production platform, the production area that I have. Go back over here. Does require at least 6 fusion generators. So 8,602 kilowatts that are needed. Alright, so this is the production area. This is a bit of a long one because it took a while to find everything that needs to be done to be put together. As well as now everything is automated. So anytime I need supplies, I don't have to go to the lab to make it. I can come here. Because this is now making my pulsar quartz. Can I see pulsar quartz? This is making my explosive powder. Slowly. This is making my super alloy. Super alloy rods. Ooh, I managed to make 2 already. Excellent. And these are making my uranium rods. Iridium rods. Oh, just another one just made. Osmium rods. So I don't have to worry about getting all these things collected and making them. I can just come and collect them here anytime I would like. And it's just gonna plop away, move along like the other one I created way over there that you saw. It's just parked over there. Everything's all filled in there. Here, everything's just starting off. So this is... Oh, let's check out the fabric. A little bit of fabric. Alright. Okay, here we go. Now we got our hydration level getting low again. Alright, so there we go. So this is our production area. And that's all done and over with. So that brings an end to this episode. And to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Think about clicking subscribe. It will help the channel out a lot, and it's free. Smash the notification bell icon to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.